Welcome back to another episode from Men Behind the Mitts, episode number 77. 77. I don't want to say that's the GOAT number, the GOAT's number, but I mean, 77 is pretty high up there. That's right.
I know you worship it.
That's right. It's not only Osh Babe's number, it's my number, 77. Wow. And not only anyway, how did we get here? Episode 77, bro.
Yeah,
we're here.
It's up there, right?
We're climbing. 100's right around the corner.
It is, just like day 75 for me.
Yeah, right around the corner. Can't wait. We got a good episode for you guys. We got a lot to talk about as far as my updates, injury-wise. Silk 75 hard, still powering through that bad boy, and all of your updates and divisional breakdowns from the NHL. Coming at you guys. Episode 77. Welcome to episode 77 from Men Behind the Mitts. This is truly a momentous occasion. Episode 77. Kind of a big deal because I don't know if you guys know. Hopefully you should know. That's my number, guy. That's the guy's number, 77 right here. I'm sitting front row. Front row. How are you, bro? Good to see you on this episode. Yeah, you look sleepy.
Bro, I'm dead. I'm like a walking.
Yeah, you look sleepy.
And I still have another workout to go. It's 8 p.m.
Yeah, you do. You warrior, you animal.
Yo, anyone thinking about doing 75 hard, don't do it. I don't miss the sugar. I don't miss the diet, eating like a regular person. I don't miss any of that. And I'm not upset I have to read. I just want a day off from working out. I love working out, but I need a day, bro. I need a day to just sleep and lay around. I need that.
It's so serious.
I try to take it easy too. I had a day where I did just body workouts, squats, push-ups, pull-ups, and then I did yoga, hard. And I still am just tired and sore.
Yeah, I can only imagine. What day are you on now? You're in the 30s, right?
No.
I think you're in the 30s.
I think I'm in the 40s now, bro.
40s? Whoa, man. You're making so much. If you're in the 40s, you're over halfway there.
Yeah, halfway was 37. So I already had my halfway day. So yeah,
did you?
41. Stay 41.
Whoa, you're almost there, man. That's awesome. I'm getting ready to restart. I'm starting Monday. So I'm starting the 22nd.
Good for you.
So I was thinking about it. I was like,
next challenge, don't ask me.
Well, I was sitting there thinking, and I started to feel bad. I was like, damn, this guy is doing this because I was doing, like, he was supporting me, and I've been a piece of shit talking about how much candy I've eaten, these massive meals. And I was like, and he's going to be done 40 days. Probably 40 what? Today's Tuesday. 6 more days. You're going to be at like 50. I want to be 50 days solo in this, and you're just going to be like buffalo chicken pizza, I'm stromboli. And I'm going to be like, what the fuck? It's incredible. I'm so proud of you, though, man. It's awesome. What a feat.
Thanks, man. I'm glad we captured this on this episode because every episode you usually catch me in a good mood about this whole 75 hard. I want everyone to know that there's a dark side to it.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's not. There's a reason. I fell
asleep at a traffic light today on the way home. I was horn honking behind me, like I don't know how long, but the light was yellow, so a while. The heat was on. It's been snowing up here lately. I had the heated seats.
Oh boy,
I was chilling. Oh, it's tough, man. It really.
There's a quick power nap. Yeah. Yeah, I noticed I remember when I was on 75 hard, bro, I was taking lunch naps. Like I was eating my food as fast as I could, just be like 15 minutes. Like, I got to sleep 15 minutes. It's brutal. It's so brutal. And you got like, man, I just got like class, those are long days. Like working 8, going to the gym for an hour and a half, and then going to class for 4 hours, and then driving home. Like those are long days. I'm not looking forward to that again. Like those are long days.
Yeah, yesterday was a long day. Gym at 5, and then I got home from my day at 5:30. Did dinner with little man and played with him till 7. Bath time. Then I did yoga, and then I had a game at 10 p.m. I got home at midnight.
That's a long day.
Back up at it again at 6 o'clock at the gym.
Back at it again. No, it's good though, man. You're man. I mean, you're not even gonna want to relax. You're definitely gonna want to relax.
Fuck yeah. Well, my girl's like, so Christmas is coming. I said, naps. That's what I want for Christmas. I want you to leave me alone for a whole day and let me sleep.
Yo, I can't believe you're so far in. That's crazy. Congratulations. You're past your halfway point.
Mm-hmm.
You're so close. There's definitely been some changes made for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like physically, mentally, which is awesome. You know what I mean? Like it's between just talking about it. Look at your jawline right now. I feel like you've been lifting weights with your fucking jaw, bro. Looking all square. Okay, jaw guy. But
thanks, man.
no.
I appreciate the kind words. To me, obviously, and you've been there. You know what it's like when you're working out. Even if you have results and everyone's complimenting your results, I still look in the mirror like, damn, dog, I'm tiny.
Body dysmorphia is a bitch.
Do I even work out?
Yeah, bro. Body dysmorphia.
I had those moments. I posted a picture on Instagram. I was feeling swole one day, and I had my shoulder, trap area was looking nice. I was feeling vascular. But most days I get out of the shower, I'm just like, man, like, why am I working out? It's not even doing it.
Sorry. I mean, no, I just know. I just
sucks. But apparently it's like a thing. Even like bodybuilders that are like monsters feel the same.
Oh, they're the worst.
Yeah.
They're like, look at me, little pipsqueak.
Walking around like Arnold, like, chill, bro, I'm a little bit.
Yeah, it's wild, man. It's definitely wild, but no, it's awesome. I'm glad you kept going. I'm glad you're still doing it. Like you could have bailed it when I did, and you didn't, which was fucking admirable. And but yeah, you're almost there. You're almost there, and you will enjoy a nice week off, a day, whatever you take. You've earned it. Definitely let the Jets settle down, man. That's a long 75 days of 2-a-days, bro. Is insane. Like that is insane. Like that's what I mean. The rest of it is kind of, it is what it is. Like the dieting, I'll do that. But the eating, you're just eating, but you're making positive changes other than the workouts. Yeah. Workouts are making positive changes too, but it's pushing you to the brink. I absolutely understand that. Like, and I guess that's why the whole 75 hard has been scrutinized, but so much by different, news outlets and different stuff. Like it is what it is. It's a whole challenge. It's a mental challenge. It's not just a physical challenge, which it definitely is a big part of, but it's just a full discipline challenge. It's literally war on your mind. It's conquer your mind, in 75 days. And I completely get that because just my way of thinking now is already so different. And I did 20 something days, and those habits have already carried over into what I'm in now, and I'm just getting ready to jump right back in. I'm looking forward to it. So, I mean, it's definitely one hell of a program, but yeah, you're almost there, bro. And knowing you never take that from you. You know what I mean? Like you earned that, you did that, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
If it was that easy, everyone that was talking about it would do it,
Yeah, for sure. I've heard a few people say they were going to do it and they never did. So yeah.
It's hard. It's fucking hard. It's a lot to commit to. I get it.
It is. I mean, yeah, especially like given my circumstances, trying to run a business, be a dad.
Yeah.
Fit in a 2-a-dayer, like the book, like in the dieting. That's easy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's easy.
Most of the time, even if you have a family, you're not just providing for yourself. They'll commit to the diet with you because they know it's for the best for them too.
Right.
So that's not hard. It really is the committing to the workouts. The workouts is hard. It's hard.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The rest of it is a great positive impact immediately. You know what I mean? Like just training your mind on dieting and training your mind on reading and looking forward to read and looking forward to the food that you've made, and I was telling someone else today, like I made it So not only when I was, meal prepping and stuff like that, but like I had made it like another challenge of my own, like to like not swipe my debit card. You know what I mean? Like just don't buy stupid shit like Monday through Friday. Like you don't need it. You know what I mean? So I was going like 5 days at a time with like no transactions. You know what I mean? Which was nice because like $5 here, $5 there, but that shit adds up. You know what I mean? It adds up quick. So that's just one more thing that I did, and it helped me realize like, and then also because that when you're not spending money like that as well. And like when I look at food, I still look at food this way. And you know me, I always say like, is this going to help or hurt? You know what I mean? Is this going to nourish my body or is this trash? Like, is my body going to waste energy on me eating this, or is this for my body? You know what I mean? Like I've always looked at food like that ever since I originally started my weight loss goal. And then the same thing with like swiping. I was like, is this necessary? You know what I mean? Or is it just a want? You know, is it a dumb desire? So like, yeah, just one more thing to break a habit on. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's one hell of a challenge. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm excited for you to jump back in there because
yeah,
I'm excited to see your results and where you end up at the end 75 hard.
Definitely. It's gonna be life changing. I really feel like it. And the reason why I'm harping so much on this is because I've only worked out twice. So, you know, I worked out Sunday. I had a nice spin session and I did chest and bi. And then I didn't do anything on Monday. I just chilled. And today's Tuesday, bro. I'm so fucking sore. My chest and tri.
Yeah.
I did chest and bi. My triceps hurt more than anything. Like it's just crazy. Like I'm like so sore. And then I did. I did chest and bi, and I did back and tri today. And I actually ran. I jogged today, and I was like, I want to run. Like I'm in the mood to run. And it's weird because I've never been a runner. You know what I mean? But I've just been I was getting the hang of it, like doing the sprints and stuff. And I was like, man, I just want to go out there. And I ran, and I was definitely, I could tell I was like, man, I haven't run in a while. You know, like it's been definitely 3 weeks off without running, but I felt good. You know what I mean? To get my legs going and to get my heart pumping and stuff like that. It felt real good. Got a decent lift in. And I'm like, I'm dead right now. That's what I mean. I know you're tired and I'm dead. And I'm only like 2 days with a rest day. And I'm like, what the shit? You know, it's just it's wild to jump back into just to get that mindset locked in.
Yeah, and I'm sure anyone that has maybe a more flexible schedule could probably knock this out. Wake up in the morning, go work out, come home,
right?
You know, maybe take a nap and go about their day, and then work out and shit like that, depending on your lifestyle. But based off my scheduling and how you're scheduling is, it's
a lot. Fuck yeah!
I just started classes. You have class. We both work. I have the side hustle.
You have a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it all, but I think the busier your life is and the more you commit to this, that just shows how much not better you are. Not like it's easier for you, or you're better than someone that has a less lighter schedule. It just shows how much more you can achieve, those days where
absolutely
you were doing the 75 hard and you were like, man, how am I going to do all this? Now
right.
I look back on it, I'm like, well, shit.
You got to do it.
And doing is nothing.
Right.
Those days where I'm like, man, I'm wore out because of the running around with the kid and then trying to fit in class and, work on the website for the business and all that. Like, that's nothing now. Like,
yeah. Right.
I'll take those days now.
Yeah.
Those are nothing compared to it. So yeah, man, there's pros and cons to it in many ways. And the cons are always outweighed by the pros.
Yeah, I just think it's something that in any facet of life, like if you just want to learn something new, just applying 1 hour a day, like a one solid hour, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot. And that's all it really is it's just, and to me that's how my mind prioritizes it and breaking it down. Like it just shows you like you've got 2 45-minute chunks that you could be, when you're done with the setting up part, you could be doing something else to better yourself, learning, watching a YouTube video, taking a class, another certification, you know what I mean? Like you jumped into classes, like it's wild, you know what I mean? Like, and that's what I see from it and all these things. It's like, oh wow, I do have, because then when you're done, like when, like me, man, like looking around, it's like, oh my God, I have so much time. Like, cause I'm not worried about, I have to work out for an hour and a half when I get home and then shower and then cook dinner and then sit down and podcast. Like, no, I came home, like hung out with the dog. I worked out, made dinner. Now I'm here. And, but I wasn't rushed when like 75 hard, like you're like, man, I'm like, I've got 15 minutes, like I got to get this in, I got to do this and that. And then I got a pod, it's wild. It's wild how your brain prioritizes everything. Yeah, and knocks it out.
Scheduling your shit out definitely makes it easier. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's wild.
Having my shit scheduled out. Like, okay, I'm doing this day,
Right.
this day. If I was just winging it, waking up like, oh, what am I gonna do? Well, should I work out now or later? Like, fuck that. That would be.
Could you imagine?
No,
Wow.
I could not. I'll tell you one thing though. Like, I'm not gonna drop a lot. Like, I'm gonna keep reading after 75. Obviously, I'll keep working out for the rest of my life. That's just something I enjoy.
Right. Just maybe not 2 days.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. No, fuck a 2 a day. Anyone that talks like, oh, I got 2 a days, good for you. Good for you. I'm not in high school anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? 2 a days don't mean to me. I don't need.
I feel that. I feel that. Once is I mean, even to get in once a day is fantastic. It's like, yeah.
And to be honest, depending on what you're trying to do, rest is very, very important for muscle recovery, for growth.
Absolutely. And
that's another thing I have to keep telling myself. It's like, bro, like, you're not going to see the pump retained as much as you were before because you are constantly, you know, even when I'm doing my dead one day and then chest the next, like my body's working out constantly. I'm never having a day of full recover. So I have it. So when I'm on that day, like today, where I'm just like, man, I'm fucking scrawny. I'm not getting bigger. I'm not anywhere I want to be. I'm tired as fuck. It's just
right. I mean, you've already got a fast metabolism. Then you're working out twice a day, and then you're fucking like eating 6,000 calories a day. Like, that shit's insane. Like, I couldn't imagine.
And the crazy part is, like, that amount of calories, like the 45 to 6,000 a day, like, that's just so I can maintain my weight. Like, realistically, if I was trying to put on weight and work 2 a days, I'd probably have to be at 8K.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Of just solid chicken too and rice.
Lucky
for me, like, based off my metabolism and the fact I'm doing 2 days, I'm able to still have carbs from what I've read. There's good carbs.
Right. Oh yeah, you should do. Yeah, you can be fine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I couldn't imagine someone like trying to lose weight. Oh man, and having to like cut back and work 2 days. Like,
it's brutal.
Where I'm fucking starving, dude.
You're talking to him. Like, you're fucking.
Like, I eat, dude, you just said, I'm eating 6,000 calories a day some days, and I'm still like fucking starving. I wake up hungry as fuck. I go to bed hungry sometimes.
Dude, I was eating like 2,000, like straight up 2,000.
That's
like,
crazy, dude.
No breakfast, fasting, 12 and 8, eating lunch at 10:30, 11. I had a snack at 2:00, which was like popcorn or jerky, something like that, and then my dinner, bro.
I had jerky.
And then my dinner. That's it.
So good. Yeah, that's
like wild. That was it.
I couldn't do that. I'm sorry.
It was so brutal. Like, sitting in class, I'm just like, I'm so hungry. I'm just talk to myself all the time. And that's why I just chug so much water. That's why the water was, water's always been easy for me. But just like, all right, chug a bottle of water. It'll make your hunger go away for 20 fucking minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited that I'm working out, feeling decent. No headaches, which is good. And yeah, man, on the right path. I still haven't skated yet, which I'm pretty excited about. I think I'm going to skate this Sunday. I kind of have to, because I'm playing in a tournament on Wednesday. So, like, next Wednesday, which is wild. They're doing like a Thanksgiving, like a turkey tournament, like a turkey bowl tournament, kind of, which is cool.
Nice.
Yeah, a little roller tournament. So I'm jumping right back into that. So I need to skate. But I'm just trying to be strict on, just taking it slow and not overdoing it, because I don't want to be, Sidney Crosby out this bitch. You know what I mean? I don't want 6 months recovery time. I just want 3 weeks to a month.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. But I'm glad you're getting right back on the horse.
Yeah. We're getting back in there, getting on track, which I'm excited about. Like, just getting back to normal.
For ice?
Dude, I don't know. I'd love to play ice, man. I'd love to play ice. Didn't want to play in the, that league up there because it's hot garbage and you play the same team every week. And I honestly cannot travel. Like, getting, games don't even start till 8, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and everything's an hour and a half away. Like, that's not real life. I can't do that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I just can't. And it's unfortunate that that's where I am in my life, in my career, that I can't, I just can't do it. There's no way. It's physically, it's I'd get home, figure a 10 o'clock game. Like, even when I got roller at 10 o'clock game, I'm home at 12 o'clock, up at fucking 3:30. Like, that's not realistic. That's not healthy.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's not healthy or safe. Like you said, in recovery, like at this age, bro, like, you gotta stretch, and I need sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta have it. I only get 4 to 6 as is. So, like, I don't get no fucking 8. I wish, dude. I'm in bed by 9, 9:30, hopefully asleep by 10, up at 3, 3:30, 4, depending on the day. Like, I gotta get up and get the dog going, it's wild. Sucks.
Yeah, I'm blessed to have like 7 rinks around me. But that was a key priority, you know. I knew hockey was going to be part of my life forever. So like when we moved, I was like, it's got to be somewhere where there's hockey more than where we're at now. So yeah, I don't miss those days having to drive an hour to a game. Like that shit sucked.
Yeah, it's a shame. It definitely sucks. But like that's where I'm at right now. It is what it is. So hopefully it's not like that forever. You know, but the roller suffices. But it's definitely not ice. It's crazy. I miss ice hockey so much. It's so different.
Yeah, it is, dude. It is. I played a little roller the other week. Just me, my blades, and there's no roller pucks, shooting pucks, and it's fun, but it's not.
It's not ice. It's not ice. The puck, everything different. The breathing, strides, turning. Just literally, it's a whole different game.
Chills of joy, like just thinking about the ice, just being on ice, like just with your blades, like shit.
Blades, dude. You ain't lying. I haven't played ice in fucking 4 months. I don't even know.
I've gotten to the point. It's time to upgrade the wheels. Unfortunately, time to break another 1,000.
I feel like mine aren't even broken in yet, and I've had mine for 2 years. Like that's
I'm coming up on the 5-year mark for my Bowers.
Wow, I'm going on 2 years.
It's about time. But see, for me, if I get 5 years out of $1,000 purchase, that's well worth it for me. It was a $250 a year, or something like that.
And you're skating once a week, if not more. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it's a no-brainer.
When I first got up here, I was skating 3 times a week, and I'm hoping to get back on that. Like after my game last night, I really miss skating. You can tell, like on the weeks where I skate 2 to 3 times, I'm just like the best player on the ice in my games. And then when like, I haven't skated since my game last week, I'm a mediocre average player out there. And I just it's not even like an ego thing, but I just have more fun when I'm in full control and can do whatever. When I can make that sauce between 2 D-men, when I can had a breakaway last night on a PK. And I didn't score, and like I should be clutch on breakaways. Like that's my shit. And it's just like you can really tell the difference. And there's nothing that compares. I tell this to everyone. Like there's nothing compares to being on ice. You can shoot pucks. You can rollerblade your neighborhood. You can work out at the gym 2-a-days for a 75 hard. None of that shit compares to being and playing ice hockey.
Yeah,
it's just a different breed. It's just a different animal.
I agree 110%. Everything is different about it. Your breathing, your skating. There's nothing. Well, number one, there's nothing that compares to skates. There's nothing that compares to skating unless you're skating. Yeah. Like there's no other motion.
You can do like the squat jumps, and you can do heavy deadlifts and things that are going to work your hamstrings and be explosive. But digging into ice, the way the ice eats your energy and absorbs your energy, it's tough. It really is tough.
Yeah, it's wild. Man, I want to play ice hockey so bad.
I'm on the hunt for wheels. I got to start. And I'm a Bauer guy, but I really have been contemplating those CCM jet speeds, the ones with the red and white stripes on the back.
CCM, bro.
I'm going to go try them on and see how they feel.
Bauer till I die.
Matthews rocks on. I'm a little fanboy.
What jet speeds are they? Like, what are they?
Oh shit! I want to say like FT4. I recognize them always because they have the red and white stripe on the heel that stands out to me. But yeah, dude.
I heard like the Bauer line's all new. Stevie went up there and tried.
No, they are on like the Supremes and the new Vapors are out that have like the lime green with the white on the heel. Those are pretty. I want to try those on for sure too.
Yeah. Because now they changed the sizing up again, like how it was like Bauer was like
they're the FT4s. Sorry, the CCM FT4s.
How like Nexus was like wider foot, Supreme was like thinner, and then what was the other one? Vapors were even thinner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's crazy. They changed it up again. Bauer's they're crazy with that, but yeah, man, so important. Man, new skates. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, especially the way the technology is. I mean, I remember going from Graphs to the Bauer Nexus 9.5s. And it was a world of difference. One bake, and my first tournament, remember I picked them up the day before. I baked them that night, warmed to the tournament, and I was like, "You can't wear a new skate." And I was like, "Yeah, I am." And sure enough, they were amazing. And I'm the first skate I was able to wear with no socks, like best fitting fucking skate I ever had. So that's what really sold me on Bowers and why I've been like Team Bauer for everything, that and the 4500. But
I love skating barefoot. It's my favorite.
I've never worn a CCM, so I'm gonna at least put on a pair and see how
give it a shot.
You never know. Like I can't be like, I wear Nikes because everyone wears Nikes, I gotta at least try on the CCMs. But yeah, dude, I'm excited to go up to pure hockey and get my foot fitted and see. If I could find something that that'd be amazing, dude. But
Yeah.
it's so pricey, right? Skates. So I'm thinking
it's a true investment for a hockey player, bro. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna go up there, get fitted, find out exactly what fits best, sizing, EEDD, whatever I need, all that shit, and then hit sideline swap.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Some pro stocks or something.
Yeah, that's what I did. I went to Pure Hockey, got my foot measured. They're like, you need the Nexus, you need a double E. I was like, what do you have to offer? Even though I'm not buying, you know what I mean? Sideline swap right away. 9.5 double E pro stock. Let's get it. And that's what mine are. I paid, dude. I got those $1,000 one ends. I got them a year after. The guy wore them for 1 year. I got them for what, $400?
Nice.
And it's like, dude, it's $600 off. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's how I got
new
mine.
Steel,
I got
like,
mine by our Nexus. They were $850 brand new. I got them for $200 from a kid that got them. He worked at a pro shop and Bauer gave them to him.
Right. That's how I got my Eastons. I don't need to do those. My Easton Synergies. My skates are 20 years old. Those were fucking $900 skates back. And then like those times, like 2000, what was that? I don't even know. 2008, 2010. Yeah, they were like $900 skates. Then I got them for $300 because Mike bought them, wore them one time, and was like, I don't like them. I was like, bet I'll take them. Like
crazy the discount those pro shop guys get.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I'd be buying shit all the time.
All marked up. Mark it up, baby.
Mark it up, baby.
100 on top. Oh, man, talk about them. There ain't no pro shop, man. There is nothing local. What a bust. So nice you live where you live. What a good idea.
I don't want to gloat about it, but yeah,
it's such a great hockey area.
Pure hockey, great skate. Every single rink has its own legit pro shop, like pro shop.
Like, you play hockey with it? Where do you do that at?
Yeah, I know, right?
Where do you do that at? Where do you play hockey?
They just did the power play up here. I'm hoping to get into it once I become more of a local. But they play hockey for like 48 hours straight.
Oh yeah. I've seen
that. They just switch teams out. It's one team, but like, okay, this is our 10 o'clock shift. This is our 9 o'clock shift.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to get in that hopefully next year.
Yeah, they say it's like freezing, right? It's like super cold when they do that too, right?
It depends on where they do it. There's a rink up here called the Riverworks, and it's next to like a brewery. So you have like all the brewery shit outside, but it's an outdoor rink.
That's so dope.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
I have a rink. It's run by
hockey culture.
Asshats. They don't do anything.
It's crazy too, and I feel bad now that I'm up here for all these people that are, because they're obviously Sabres fans, but like the game is loved here. Like,
right,
people love hockey. Like, you can go to, like, we went to a BK. I went to a BK Select game. It was a U14 versus Buffalo Sabre Juniors, and it was a packed fucking house. And there was more people there than there was obviously family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
it was dope. Like, hockey is definitely loved in this area. That the
you follow your town's team and shit.
Like, there's a bunch of colleges around here. You got University of Buffalo, Buffalo State, Niagara University, Brockport, who is right now on like a 5-0 record. They're making history, the best they've ever done as a school.
That's wild.
D3. So like, yeah, dude, it's pretty dope. Like, and then we got the Rochester Americans for AHL right up this road from me. So there's a lot of hockey up here.
That's cool. Our AHL team's in Pennsylvania.
Hershey is nasty, though. That's the best thing. I'm glad,
yeah.
As being a Washington fan, knowing about Hershey. The Hershey Bears are a deadly team.
Oh yeah, they're Buttes, multiple time Calder Cup champions.
Mm-hmm. Great coaching has come out of there. Great goaltending.
Great coaching, great goaltending, great offenseman, great players, defenseman, everything.
Yeah,
they're really a solid organization. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that organization, let's get going. NHL time. There's a lot going on. We got some people retiring. We got some new injuries. We've got some teams that are still 1-13, which is pretty crazy to think about. But yeah, let's jump into the NHL. We got some hot topics, and we're going to go over our divisions for you guys and do some point breakdowns for you. But we got to start it off first. What is that? Dion. We got to talk about Dion.
Funny.
Yeah, Dion Phaneuf retiring. What was that? 19 years?
Yeah, do something long. I didn't even know he was still on.
I didn't know he was still on the roster. I'm not going to lie.
Me either, dude.
I'm not going to lie. But yeah, congratulations to him on retiring. Ovechkin passing Brett Hull on all-time goals scored. Big deal there, moving on the number 3 spot. The Golden Brett, a little upset. He's no longer top 3, but or his top 4. We got Yager in front of him, and then who's in between Yager and the Great One? Or is it Yager than the Great One? Is Ovi number 3 now? I can't remember.
Ovi is number 4 by himself. And I do not know. Shit, I have to pull it up, dude. Damn, we look
wow.
Newbies, NHL.
We're just the worst. As you can tell.
How do I not know who's number 2? Gordie Howe. Fuck me.
Oh, Gordie Howe. What a loser. I'm a loser.
I was getting my notes up for the Hall of Fame to bring up Jerome McGinley, one of my favorite players growing up, introduced into the NHL Hall of Fame, and Marian Hossa, also a beauty. Two great hockey players that really influenced my game style. The finesse and the hard work they really put on the ice. And McGinley, one of the best captains Calgary ever saw.
For sure.
Yeah, so
you used to use the old Iginla curve for a very long time.
Yep. So shout out to them. Pretty exciting. Kevin Lowe, Doug Wilson, also part of the pandemic class, and Ken Holland. Shout out to all the new NHL inductees to the Hall of Fame. Well deserved.
The pandemic class, doesn't that's depressing.
Yeah, it is that we have to put these asterisks next to these things when really it weighed no difference. I mean, maybe it's fair to say it weighed a difference in some aspects of like with the season for the NHL, but it still took everything you had to win that cup. It wasn't any easier out there. This wasn't.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. So the fans definitely helped keep you going. So it's probably harder, honestly, in that aspect.
Oh, yeah.
It's playing the same teams all season. That's more of a battle. So it's maybe even asterisk say it was a harder season.
Like in a pickup scenario, imagine like no one being there. It's so weird. Like still
and you have to like
no one.
And you're battling. You're battling.
Yeah.
It's every game is cheering you on mid battle like a fucking gladiator in Roman times, and now it's just like practice.
Shut the fuck up, Kenny.
You hear a fucking pin drop.
Yeah, no joke. Man, that's incredible though to think back that we really had that. Hey man, I'm glad we got through. We had hockey last year, so it's good to think about. But speaking of the pandemic and COVID, Ottawa Senators postponed at least 3 to 4 games right now. Had a COVID outbreak. 10 people as of right now on the Sens contracted COVID. They haven't really gone over too much more of where they think they got it or anything like that, but the team is locked down. It's wild to think that number one, this is still an issue. And then 2, with everyone, being vaccinated, that's still an issue. It's crazy to think about. It really is crazy to think about, but let's hope it doesn't, offset them for too long and, throw the schedule too far out of whack. Cause eventually there's going to be a point where you can't make up games. Bless you now, man. That was a big one. That was a big one.
Yeah, it's affecting a lot of teams still, unfortunately. Washington Capitals have already depleted their entire second line due to injuries, now missing Lars Eller due to COVID protocol. So they're just super depleted. Their whole lower half, bottom 6 is essentially all rookies now. On other news, though, just bouncing around the league real quick on some top news, rookie Rem Pitlick for the Minnesota Wild gets his first career goal and hat-trick in the same game. Huge. What a stud. Was exciting to watch. Also Getzlaf, who only had 16 points in all of last season, now has 16 and 18. Kid's a stud. Trevor Zegras, 2 beauties the other night. He's lighting it up. I really like Anaheim's been fun to watch as of late.
Yeah, Getzlaf really turning it on. It's great to see these guys later in their career, still got it and still can do that. And I think he can actually get his 1,000th point tonight against the Capitals, if he were to partake in any point scoring there. But, that he's 1,000 points there, man, that's a big deal. A hell of a career at Anaheim as well. And especially with Zegras being out there, this is a fun team to watch. Exactly like you said, man, that kid's so talented.
Yeah, Troy Terry also on a hot streak out there, U.S. kid playing with Trevor Zegras. Jamie Drysdale. They've got some great talent out there. Another thing I wanted to bring up, and this isn't because it has to do with the Capitals, but they just have to be involved. Sidney Crosby getting away with murder, essentially.
Oh my God.
The play on Martin Fay Harvey, if anyone isn't familiar, he's kind of over top of the back of him battling for the boards. And as he comes down off his back, he grabs the front of him and turns around and slings him into the boards. Almost like you would do with your little brother or someone playing, tackle football, when you were a kid, you just fucking fling them off of you and throw them on the ground. Well, this happened to be into the boards and no call.
No call.
No fine. Can Sidney Crosby do no wrong?
I don't think it's that. I mean, definitely frustration was very key in that losing puck
dude, he could have
battles.
injured him.
Oh, for
And
sure.
we've seen it before where a player goes to, hit a guy and then he follows through and pushes him down to the ice. That's been a suspension. That's been a fine. Not even a slap on the wrist. Hey, bud, you can't do that. $5,000 fine.
Yeah, and the play was over. The play was over for them anyway. The puck was going around.
The puck was going the other direction, yeah.
Yeah, Sidney lost the battle. I understand, especially to a rookie like Faye Harley. It's tough to lose a puck battle too. But yeah, definitely frustrating. Out of frustration, definitely, man, spun him. Could have been bad, like you said. You never know. Could have been bad, but glad that there was no injury from it. But yeah, definitely should at least been an interference or a roughing, something of that nature for sure.
Yeah, I don't get it, but it is what it is. Fucking Sidney Crosby.
Sidney Crosby's got enough to deal with on the Penguins right now. Like they're depleted.
Shit.
Yeah, they're depleted as well. They're hurting, man, and definitely just looking through the divisions again. We consistently have the hardest division, man. Like the Metropolitan Division is insane when you just look through these lineups. I like to save them for last, so we'll come back to the Metro Division. But man, that is definitely one of the hardest divisions out there right now. It's nuts. And look at the bottom four. It's crazy. All right, we'll come back to them.
Yeah. So you want to touch on the divisions?
Yeah, let's just jump in with the Atlantic like we always do. We'll give you guys updates on our top four, and we'll breeze by the bottom four in the divisions here for you. But in the Atlantic, still holding that number one spot, the Florida Panthers, 10-2-3, 23 points. Man, Florida, this is the Battle of Florida is really heating up this year. The Florida Panthers are really heating up this year. Duclair having a hell of a season.
Yeah,
we talk about Florida a lot. I mean, this could be the year for Florida, and Gooby called it. I believe they were somewhere high on, not they weren't. I know you called the Caps, but they were high on your list.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were a favorite of mine. I said that they could have done it last year, but obviously they had to face Tampa early on, and Tampa won the Cup. So theoretically, if they didn't face Tampa or they would have beat Tampa, why not? I don't see anything stopping them, and they only look better this year. Like you just said, Duclair is a huge pickup for them. He's not even considered one of their stars. 8 goals,
which is crazy.
13 a point so far. You got Huberdeau at 10 goals. Not Huberdeau. Barkov at 9 goals. Huberdeau 10 assists. So everyone is contributing to this team. Sam Bennett with 5. It's crazy. Spencer Knight is also he hasn't played his best, but the future is bright for this kid. U.S. goaltender behind Bobrovsky, who's at a 1.88 goals against.
Bob's having a year, bud.
Yeah, I'm excited for Knight as well down there. Do they need a head coach? Do they just keep things going? I mean, think about it. I know Q got them started, but they have not slowed down at all. Whatever he instilled in them during the offseason, during preseason and training camp is stuck, and these boys are on another level.
They're buzzing for sure, and they're definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the Atlantic Division. I think that number one spot's going to be theirs to hold for a while. They're going to be the one to take it away from, I should say. But yeah, Florida, I don't know. Just keep rocking. No, hey guys, we're doing great out here. It just depends on what happens when they start losing games. That's where that coaching staff really comes in, especially it's always easy when things are going right?
Yep.
So that's definitely going to be a change for them. But yeah, big shout out to Bobrovsky having one hell of a season. Spencer Knight following him. That's a good man. That's a good Bob's a little crazy. We know this, we've seen the videos. We know he's a little out there. I mean, he is a world-class goaltender, so you got to expect that. But Spencer Knight definitely getting one hell of an education out there. In Florida from Bob right now. I can tell you that. Jump into our second place team, which is a surprise to me. The Toronto Maple Leafs coming in here at second in the Atlantic, 10-5-1, 21 points on the season. Do we expect the Maple Leafs to stay alive? I know Marner's, finally coming to life here. Is this going to be something that we expect them to be consistent with, or are the Maple Leafs going to be a back and forth team like this?
No, I think they're starting to catch some stride. I really do think that the Maple Leafs are starting to, get things going here. If you ask a Maple Leafs fan, though, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters until the playoffs round 1, because we've seen this team play like complete shit and still make the playoffs, and we've seen this team absolutely dominate all season and make the playoffs. Either way, they're out first round. So really, their goal isn't to do well in the season and make the playoffs. Their goal is to make it out of the first round. So they have a lot to go, but you got to get it going early. You want to get your guys fired up and on a streak. Matthews with 6, Nylander with 7, and Tavares with 8 as far as goals. And like you said, Marner with 11 assists, Riley
coming
with
alive,
9, and Nylander with 8. I mean, Tavares and Nylander both with 15 points so far. That's huge for them. And Campbell's been
Nylander still. Yeah. I'm sorry, just touch on Nylander still he's just flies below the radar. Yeah. Nylander's definitely a guy that be happy to hold on to. But like you were saying, with Campbell between the pipes, I mean, the guy's 6-3-1, I think. Goals against is 1.82, 1.88. He's having one hell of a year for them as well.
Yeah, 1.82. He's 8-3 so far this season with a .939 save percentage. That's huge. But after him, it's a complete shit show.
Yeah, no joke.
You've got Wall and Mrazek both at 4.0. Mrazek with 4.2 actually on goals against. That's
scary.
That means if Soup isn't in net, it's a battle.
Yeah, it means you're looking at a 4-goal deficit essentially. Yep. As a player. It's crazy to think about. Bringing up that third spot, though, your former Stanley Cup champions, the Tampa Bay Lightning, bringing up that number 3 spot. And this is another team that's going to be battling back and forth, up and down this top 4. I think I don't really see them outside of the top 4. No. I mean, go ahead.
I was going to say I was watching the game last night, and even with Kucherov out, these guys still look scary. It's unreal how much depth they have. You have guys like Cicerelli, Joseph producing the secondary scoring is unreal. You still got Braden Point, you still got Stamkos, you still got Hedman. All these guys are still everyone's contributing still. Patty Maroon still looks like a stud.
Patty Maroon having an old tilt with Zdeno Chara the other night. That looks so awkward.
Yeah. Nelson and Cirelli got into it too. You got Alex Killhorn who's lighting it up as well out there. Tampa is a real deal, bro. And the fact that they have Corey Perry now on their lineup is it's just added depth. So we'll see how this plays out. I don't think he makes it for Yanni Gord, who they lost, in Goodrow, but Corey Perry has obviously got the IQ and knows what it takes to win.
Absolutely. And man, how great is Braden Point? We talked about him a lot last season. He's one of my favorites down there. I mean, this kid gets the puck in stride. He's one of the fastest in the NHL, hands down. He's right up there with McDavid and Kuzi, according to EA Sports. But yeah, man, I'm a big fan of Braden Point. Big breakaway the other night, game-winning goal in overtime. It's a fun team to watch too, man. It's exciting hockey. It's good for the market. It's good for the brand. And Tampa's here, man. I think they're going to be a force to reckon with. That Florida battle, it's only going to keep getting better. Bringing up the 4th spot in the Atlantic Division are Detroit Red Wings, 8-7-2 with 18 points. This is a bubble team for me. To see them in the 4th spot like this right now, this is definitely a bubble team, but you've got guys going all out in Detroit. Basically, they are on full out attack mode, holding on to this 4th spot. But I think this is going to be a team that you can't sleep on. This isn't going to just be a team you go and just, it's the Wings. We're going to go in here and get a W. I don't think it's going to be that easy for the rest of the season. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 1,000%. But yeah, we're starting to see this division start to line up as we expected, because right underneath them is the Boston Bruins at 8-5, Detroit with 2 overtime losses, giving them the extra and points advantage. And then under them, you got the 6-6 Buffalo Sabres. So the Sabres in Detroit are going to be right there, keeping guys in check. If you're falling out the top 4 or you're trying to make the top 4, you're going to have to go through 2 hardworking teams this year. Don't really have the superstar status. Detroit has Larkin. But outside of that, it falls off. Bertuzzi's been one of their better players. He's not considered a superstar in this league. Buffalo, same thing. They really don't have a superstar. You got big names like Cody Eakin, and you got guys like Jeff Skinner, but these aren't superstars in their heyday anymore. They have a lot of youth over there in Buffalo as well. So yeah, I think we're going to see Boston jump up, and then that'll kind of solidify the top 4 in that division for the remainder of the season. And it's going to be. It's going to be tough for anyone trying to make it up, and anyone that falls out. You're going to have to play some hard teams. And if Detroit can get Verona back in the roster and keep things going, that's a goal scorer for him. That's another top scorer for them up there, and that could be huge.
They were expecting him, I think, post All-Star break. I think December, January, somewhere in there. I mean, he had shoulder injury, so definitely a big deal. I think he had shoulder surgery, if I can remember correctly as well.
Same for Buffalo, too. They get Alex Took in there. That guy knows what it takes to win. He's been to the Cup. He's been through the playoffs with Vegas. He knows, how things should be. He'll bring a little bit of maybe in captaincy to this.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's a big body. He's a big body, a lot of energy.
Yeah, dude can wheel too. He's fast as hell, has a nasty
Yeah.
shot. I really think he can be a huge contributor offensively on both sides of the puck for Buffalo. And I think this could really start taking Buffalo in the right direction, because when you start looking at their youth, when you go to Rochester, they've got, Quinn, they've got now Krebs, who came over from Vegas. They're waiting on Casey Middlestat to come back from injury. They have a lot of young guys, Dylan Cousin. So they
Middlestat, the protein, all the protein.
Yeah, no pull-ups, bud.
You need 75 hard, bud.
So it's interesting if Buffalo can keep it together too. This is another team that's going to make this division that much more heavier.
Yeah, and rounding out that, I can't agree more. And it's kind of exciting to see what Buffalo's going to do. I don't really care for them, but just like following their drama, you know what I mean? It's always good to see the teams come out on top
era.
of it.
It's
crazy.
Beginning of the post-Jack Eichel era, what are they going to do? Or are they going to continue to fumble and then it really wasn't Jack, or are they going to turn things around?
Yeah, some people saying he was the cancer, which is crazy. It's hard to believe. Like, it's hard to believe. We don't know what's going on in back office. We've heard the nightmares from our boys over there at the Frozen Four. You know what I mean? We've heard all the nightmares that the Buffalo ownership is going through and management. So, you know what? I don't know what to believe, but they're moving in the right direction. Like you said, Alex Tuck gets over there. It could be a different story. Rounding out our Atlantic division, though, we've got Montreal in 7th at 4-11, and Ottawa, who's currently delayed for 3 games at 4-10. Sucks to see Ottawa down there. Happy to see Brake and Chuck get the C though on the jersey. Happy to have the young guys at captain. I think we touched on that last week, but watching him play his brother the other night was pretty wild. When they're sitting at center line talking about the A's and the C's, it was wild seeing the Chuck brothers out there doing their thing. But that rounds out the Atlantic division. Jumping over to the Pacific, holding down that number 1 spot is still the Edmonton Oilers, coming in 11-3-0, 22 points on the season. I mean, we already know this duo, the McDavid-Draisaitl duo. And we know that Draisaitl just loves making everyone else score pretty goals. That's why he's one of the assist kings in the NHL. I mean, what's going to be holding back Edmonton here? Are they going to be wheeling deal into the playoffs? What's to expect from these guys?
Yeah, most definitely. And once again, now they've got the secondary scoring. McDavid and Draisaitl are going to put up 50. But now you got Hyman, who's on the board with 8. You got Nugent Hopkins, who's on a streak with.
I was going to say Nugent Hopkins coming up too.
Yeah, 17. If you can keep these guys producing, it's that's huge for Edmonton. You lock in the goaltending with Smith and Kokiskin.
Yeah,
I believe is how you say that. They're not studs, but if they can keep the games close, McDavid and them can do the rest, because they're high scoring. It's very hard to keep both McDavid and Draisaitl off the board. Believe it or not, talking about Buffalo did the other night. Just shows you the where Buffalo's at. They're not going to outscore you, but they're going to work hard, and they were able to do so with Edmonton, losing it just in the last few minutes, and then they played a back-to-back against Toronto, doing the same thing, losing in 10 seconds. So it's going to be hard to keep both McDavid and Draisaitl off the board, and now you have to worry about Hyman. Now you have to worry about Nugent Hopkins, who are both playing great hockey this season. It's a tough one.
I just want to touch on this. 14 games played, and Draisaitl has 31 points. I just want to touch on that. Like, that's incredible. 2.1 points a game average.
Yeah,
like that's
McDavid with 27 points too, right behind him. Like,
that's disgusting.
And it's the crazy part is it's like not a big deal anymore, because it's expected. Like, wait, what? Yeah, it's expected for these guys to have 50 points in 20 games. It's
nonsense. It makes me sick to my stomach.
They have more points than some guys are going to have all season.
Yeah, already. Oh man, that's so crazy. They're so good. They're so good.
If these guys had like a lineup, like, let's say, not to gas ourselves up, but like Washington, where they had 4 lines, no one would be able to beat them. They'd go on
cheat codes. Yeah, cheat codes for sure.
Like, what? McDavid is he's just going to prove. He doesn't have the accolades yet, but go. I think it's fair to say he's up there with Gretzky already.
Absolutely. He's one of the best to ever touch the ice. This generation's Gretzky for sure. Like, McJesus he's nasty, bro.
Yeah. And Draisaitl,
so good.
Unreal. It's crazy that they're on the same fucking team.
Yeah, just tearing it up. It's not even fair. Mm-hmm. Bringing our second spot over in the Pacific Division, we got the Anaheim Ducks. We were talking about them a little bit earlier. 9-4-3 on the season, 21 points. Getzlaf having literally one of the best seasons he's ever had in his career, and he's closing in on his 1,000th. Why is 1,000th? That's so hard to say.
1,000.
Closing in.
1,000th?
Yeah, 1,000th, closing in on his 1,000th point. Here's one. But yeah, they're having an incredible season over there. Like you said, Trevor Zegras as well. We touched on them a little bit earlier, but Anaheim.
Troy Terry with Troy Terry, American kid. Got to shout those out. 11 goals. Adam Henrique, Uncle Henrique, as they like to refer to him, was 6, and then Kevin Shattenkirk still getting it in with 4. Getzlaff 16 assists. That's huge. That's huge. He's at 17 points this season. Like I said, so 17 points here now. I said 16 in 18 games. That's huge. He's going against Washington tonight. You got to expect him to get something against a depleted Washington roster. Washington's not really haven't been really keeping guys off the board as of late because of the depleted roster. The defensive pairings are still healthy, but it's a tough one.
We're losing the battles down deep. We got plenty to talk about when we get to the Caps. But they are playing the Ducks tonight, Tuesday night. Bringing in that third spot, Calgary 8-3-4 with 20 points. The Calgary Flames, again, another pressure-free season. I feel like for Calgary, man, they got Johnny Hockey, Eric Lindholm, just out here doing their things. Putting points on the board.
Too. We got to talk about Mangiapane, who's playing a magnificent year. Was a stud for the World Juniors Team Canada. He's starting to show now. He's getting a look for the Olympics from Canada. That's huge because we already know how stacked that roster is and how hard it is to make for Team Canada. 10 goals so far, over top of Lindholm's 8 and Kachuk 7. Goudreau too, also known for being a goal scorer, 11 assists so far this season. So you're getting points from these guys. Also, Markstrom has had a 1.81 on goals against, and their backup Villard 1.9. They've got goaltending locked down. If these guys keep it up, they're gonna be battling, and the Battle of Alberta is gonna be so much more fun this season.
It's gonna keep getting better, and like I said, and like no one expected it last year, So like I said, I feel like they're just carrying that vibe over. Everyone's clicking, they're getting the right things going here. Calgary could be a force we reckon with. Holding in that fourth spot. Oh, for sure, man. Johnny Hockey, he makes it like Johnny Gaudreau, the game, it just comes easy to him. You know what I mean? Like he's one of those guys where he's just always in the right space, but he knows when to be there. And just watching him handle the puck against the boards, it doesn't make sense. Like watching him play. And he's got one hell of a shot. I'm a big Gaudreau fan in general, but I mean, I'm a fan of that kid. He can wheel and deal too, man. He gets in the right stride, gets the legs going, gets the hands coming alive. It's crazy how they just hit the stride like that. You know what I mean? And everything falls into place. Isn't that wild? Like it looks like they should be doing that every time, but like it's just everything just fell in the perfect spot. Like he moved that way, I went this way, just always perfect. I don't know. It's wild. I enjoy watching him handle the puck. Bringing in fourth over in the Pacific is our Vegas Golden Knights, 9-6-0 with 18 points. Vegas on that bubble spot. I predict them going a little bit higher over there in that. I said Atlantic. I'm sorry, in the Pacific. I do predict them going a little bit higher, especially once they're a little bit healthier as well. They're battling with some injuries and a depleted roster as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we got to touch on the Kings. I think the Kings have been playing really well as of late. Kopitar is lighting it up. He's got 8 so far. You got Alex Alafalo with 6, Buffalo kid, born and raised. Kent Bay with 5. These guys are starting to play very well. You got Quick playing huge at 1.9. Goals against. That's great to have him playing so well. I really think the Kings can make a push in this division.
And it's been a while for the Kings too, man. They were almost like a dynasty when we were younger. And to see that, they were a dynasty for real. But yeah, it's been a while for the Kings, man. And I think their time, they might be getting close to their time being due. So who knows? They're definitely going to be on that bubble spot, that 4th and 5th fight in there. I see that for sure. And chasing right behind them, we got San Jose at 7-6-1. San Jose, dealing with their team woes as well. But, I don't know what to expect out of San Jose. As the season goes on.
They're a wishy-washy team, and then you got the Vancouver who just can't seem to get it together, and then Seattle. We didn't expect them to have a Vegas. I think everyone knew they weren't going to have a Vegas run based off their draft picks. Their future is bright though. So
yes,
I think the top 3 for sure are going to be kind of solidified in the specific division, but it's going to be a battle with Anaheim, Vegas, and Los Angeles. It's going to be a fun one come towards the end of the season.
I can't agree more with that, man. It's definitely going to be a fun watching that bubble move. It's going to be a fight for sure. Bringing in our Central, though, holding down the number one spot, the Minnesota Wild, 10-4-0. They've been an exciting team to watch.
Yep.
They really have been. They've been playing good hockey. Kaprizov is hands down one of my favorite players. When that guy's got the puck, just watch the fuck out. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
but yeah,
so
man,
far this season.
Yeah, I mean, this is a fun team. They're fast too, man. I think we talked about this as well with Hartman and Nick Foligno over there. Like Mark Foligno. This is a fast, fun squad.
Fiala the other night. I don't know if you saw it, but out of midair, smacks it in. Beautiful goal from Fiala. He's a beauty. You mentioned Hartman. Hartman with 7 goals so far. Foligno with 5 as well. Obviously, we'd like to see more out of Kaprizov on the goal side, but he's lighting it up with 8 assists so far. Dumba right up there with 7, and then Zuccarello with 6. So they've got some shit going for him. They're playing well as a team, though. You also got Greenway.
They're holding the goalie spot.
So,
I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
they're holding the goalie spot down as well, man. Ken Talbot and Capo Kokkonen, they're definitely a 1-2 punch over there, and they're holding it down for the most part. I mean, Talbot is 8-3-0.
Yeah, I'd like to see more on his goals against. He's at a 2.8. He's high up there on his goals against, but they've been able to battle, and like you said, he's got a decent record so far.
Yeah, and it's tough. It's almost getting used to seeing the high 2s, low 3s goals against. I mean, this league is insane. And the way these games have been playing, these high scoring games, I feel like they finally got, Bettman's finally got the league that he's always wanted, the high scoring, the high excitement. I feel like the league is finally where it needs to be, so I think those low goals against her.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be harder to come across.
You respect those 1.5s, those 1.8s a lot more now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When you see it, you're like, whoa, especially even like a shutout, even like seeing a goalie get a shutout nowadays. It's like almost shocking. You're like, whoa, wow, definitely don't talk about that. You know what I mean? Coming in second, though, in the Central Division, we got the Winnipeg Jets coming in at 8-3-3. Definitely a team that is they're going to be dangerous. We talked about them a lot last year as well. They're definitely going to be dangerous with Kyle Connor out there, Pierre-Luc Dubois
US kid.
having a hell of a season.
Yeah,
you're a big fan of Kyle Connor.
Yes, I am. But also, we have to touch on this. As of right now, Winnipeg won the Line A trade. Pierre-Luc Dubois has been playing pretty well with 8 goals so far in the season. I was a big fan of that kid. He's got 14 points on the season. I like what he's doing so far. He's starting to gel well in the Winnipeg system. This is going to be huge for him. Then you got Koppa at 5. Connor with 8 assists.
Nikolai Ehlers as well.
Nate Schmidt, though. Leading the team, was second in the team. I'm sorry, with 9 assists. That's huge. He just got his first goal the other night with Winnipeg.
Yeah, coming alive.
I like it. Got to pull for the former Cap, but the huge
I like what they
thing,
did for him on the Instagram page. Did you see that post that they did for him? That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to touch on that.
As far as their goaltending, though, Comrie with 1.9, not even the go-to. Hellebuck is at 2.8. Their guy who's been a stud, but Comrie coming in at 1.9. That's huge so far. They're starting to lock in the goaltending as well. He's got 3-1 so far on the record, and Hellebuck at 5-2. That's these guys. Winnipeg is a real deal this season.
Yeah, you said that they almost came out of nowhere last year. So I mean, this is definitely a team that we're going to have to keep our eye on. Definitely an exciting team. They've got a lot of, like you said, they got a lot of young talent that can really put some points on the boards here and have this team going in a different direction. But they're definitely going to be cruising up here at the top in the Central. Bringing our third spot, though, we got the Nashville Predators at 9-5-1 with 19 points. Is someone else talking to they're asking me, is the run in Nashville over? Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's over. I mean, what are we looking at here with Nashville? I mean, this is a team I haven't got to see play too much this year, unfortunately.
A lot of people were saying that it was the end for Nashville because it had been so long and their playoff slumps, and then players have come and gone. But Matt Duchene's on a streak right now, 9 goals. Kids look coming alive. He's got 7 assists for leading the team with 16 points. You got Roman Josi with 6 goals and 10 assists with 16 points. You got Granlund as well also coming in there. Ryan Johansson is on there. They're really starting to make it happen. Yari Saros, though. Or I don't know if his first name is it Yari? UC, sorry.
UC Saros.
Yeah, UC Saros. He's 7-4. Goals against is a 2.17 and a save percentage of .927. So I mean, their goaltending isn't elite, but I think Nashville can make a run again this season for the playoffs.
Sorry, the puppy's over there dreaming. He was like, oh, I was like, oh, what's going on there, dog?
Right now, though, they are losing to Toronto in the first period. Also, Matthews scoring on them. This is Tuesday, if anyone's wondering. So we'll see what happens. But yes, Nashville still has a chance to be an elite team in the NHL and make a playoff. I don't think they're cup worthy now. We still have a trade deadline. We still have a whole season to go where guys can start lighting it up. And, a lot of these guys that are hot now won't be hot come, the end of the season. We've seen it before. It's hard to stay hot through 82. So it's still up in the air as far as who's going to be there and who's not.
I can't agree more with that. And bringing in that 4th spot over there in the division, we got the St. Louis Blues making a push. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be another bubble team. There's a lot going on in the Central Division right here. You got St. Louis at 4, Colorado at 5, Dallas at 6, and Chicago 7. Arizona's chilling down here at 8. But I think this is another division here in the Central where 4-5, 3-4-5 is going to be bumping a lot come here mid-season, end of the season. It's going to be a push. But I mean, as of right now, St. Louis holding it down. Oh, Tarasenko, on this squad holding it down. Is St. Louis, are they cup bound? A lot of people are talking about them being cup bound again. I don't think this is going to be the team this year, but I mean, they're going to be fighting back. Like I said, they're going to be high in the Central, but I don't know if they're cup bound.
I mean, Jordan Binnington can definitely, hit a switch and become an elite goaltender at any point in a game.
Or a basket case.
Yeah. Tarasenko going from winning a trade to showing shades of Hall of Fame-ish. He's really turned it on. But, that could also be because he still wants to trade and wants to show value. Torrey Krug just came back to the lineup. They just moved Clifford to Toronto, who had him before, so they reacquired him. I mean, they're trying to make moves. They're trying to make things happen. You can't count out O'Reilly ever. He's a stud. The St. Louis team's early. I think it's way too early to start calling cups.
I think so for sure. But this team has got depth, man. I forgot the more I keep looking at this roster. You got Braden Shen, Pavel Buchnevich, Tyler Bozak still. Like this team's got depth. This is definitely be a team that can have a big impact and be making any time the season push, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and Buchnevich is huge pickup for them. He's always been a late bloomer, comes on towards the end of the season. So, who knows how the rest of this season's going to go, but St. Louis will definitely be in there for the playoff talk.
I can't agree more with that. And like I said earlier, Colorado hanging out in that number 5 spot, 6-5-1, 12 games played here. Colorado definitely
shit to work out. They've got some shit to work out in Colorado. They should be much better than that so far.
Yeah, they're having a slump especially with Landeskog and Rantanen out there, Kadri. I mean, they're having a slump. We didn't even mention 2 of their other best players. I don't feel like we need to mention Nate McKinnon and Cale Makar. But I mean, this is a squad that should be, and Darcy Kemper. I mean, 2.61 goals against. This should be a squad that's higher up, knocking at the doors in this 1 and 2 and 3 spot, in my opinion.
Yep, completely agree with you, man. We'll see how it plays out, though. Let's jump over to the best division in the league, though. The hardest division to get dubs in, and also the best because the Caps are in it. But the Metro Division. Here we go, folks. We're getting down to the real nitty and gritty right here. Carolina Hurricanes holding down the number 1 spot, 11-2-0. Carolina's on fire. They're on one. They're storm surging, bro. Yeah, they're storm surging so hard in Carolina. Yeah, I was watching them the other night. Aho, Svechnikov. Big, huge shout out to Tony DeAngelo, who basically got fucking cancel cultured.
No joke.
Takes a year off for everything he was dealing with. No one wanted him. Comes back and is a stud. He's leading the team. I believe. Let me pull up the stats right here.
Yeah, 11 assists, leading the squad in assists over
that's
here.
That's huge, top 3 especially to come off a year off, dude. Like that's tough. No joke. That's tough. So, shout out to Carolina. They're really making moves. I don't, like I said, it's too hard to call cup predictions, but they're up there. They have to be up there. People's talk.
The goaltending is really tight as well in Carolina, man. Frederick Anderson having a hell of a season.
An elite goaltender now that he's out of Toronto. We talked about this last episode. Freddie. Out of nowhere, 1-7. They got Rantanen as well, Rantanen and Lyon. It's crazy to see the depth that they have. Jasper Fast, who we didn't even mention for them as well, with 5 goals. Who knows? I don't see them slowing down anytime soon. Martin Hook, Kotkaniemi, also who they picked up this year from Montreal. Like the roster is deep for them. And Brendan Moore as their bench boss. it's scary. It's scary. He's a
I
great coach.
like him
a lot of
behind
guys
the
buy.
reins.
Yeah, I would take him as a coach in Washington. I really like his
Absolutely.
style of coach.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of them. We're definitely going to be battling with Carolina coming up soon. So this is definitely going to be a team to keep your eyes on, especially number 1 spot in the Metropolitan Division. That brings us to the number 2 spot with the Washington Capitals, baby, holding it down with probably one of the most diminished rosters in the league at the current moment. We've got, I mean, this Caps team is injury prone, except for our first line, our defense, and I'm not even going to talk about our goalies. It's wild, man. Let's keep the injury bug away from that top line. That top line's really doing work there. Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, and Wilson. What a hell of a
leading
season
leading
so
the team in goals and assists. Alexander Ovechkin with 12 goals, 14 assists. That's huge. Kuznetsov also right up there, 6 goals and then 14 assists, 26 and 20 points.
That's crazy.
These guys are chasing McDavid, Draisaitl. That's huge. That's huge for Washington, especially considering their bottom 9 is really
bottom 9
has really been getting mixed up a lot. They really hasn't been any solid lines because of all the injuries. You've seen a lot of young guys come in there. Tom Wilson also starting to make things happen. 9 assists, 4 goals. It's all their top line. Their first line has been nasty. They're leading the entire team. That's huge. But we have to talk about the goaltending. We have to. We talk about it all the time, and nothing's going to change until we see changes. Neither one of our goaltenders are elite or even NHL worthy at this point, I feel.
V's worthy, but
he's
not
sketchy.
elite.
He's sketchy. He's a backup goalie at best.
Yeah, he's definitely
not a starting
goaltender.
Yeah, he's not a starting goaltender. And Sammy is, how the hell is he even still playing in this league? Seriously.
And then you get a guy like Zach Fukel getting thrown in the mix in his first NHL
game, gets a shutout, and then gets sent back to the AHL. Like, well, you know, I don't know.
Great.
Man. It's tough. We've always seen that the Capitals have great goaltending come up through the ranks. So I'm sure we'll see more of him. But as of right now, the Capitals need to make a move. I think they need a vet goaltender. They need someone that can come in. I really wish they would have picked up Dell, who's in Buffalo from San Jose. He would have been a good veteran goaltender, knows how to win. I really wanted Freddie. There were so many options this offseason could have made a move for. And the fact that
could you imagine if we snagged Freddie? Oh my God.
What? That would have been huge. I mean, obviously we know, it's a fantasy because the reality of the cap, but still.
Right.
There's so many things we could have done. I don't think we lose 2 great goaltenders with Holtby and Grubauer, and then we're stuck with these doofuses.
Yeah, but look at them both now, though.
Yeah,
what's going on with Holt and Grubauer?
You can't expect Gruby to be doing too much with Seattle the way they're built. Same thing is said about Matt Murray. Matt Murray's still a great goaltender, but he's not
right.
These guys are going to get lit up, especially the way the league is, what we just mentioned, and then B, they're on not great teams. But great goaltenders to build around. Grubauer's not going anywhere. He's solidified himself as a starting goaltender. He's going to be for a while. Holtby, though, I think maybe is on the end of his career towards the tenured. It's tough to say. He's bounced around. It's hard. I mean, he was with us for a while before he really lit it up and became elite. But he had that year, and then we got rid of him.
It's tough.
It's tough to see a player go through that. We hope only the best for him, but as of right now, Washington is just so hurt when it comes to goaltending.
Still holding down that. I mean, they're still scoring goals. Luckily, the defensive core.
Thank God,
really
or else we would be fucked.
Yeah, the defensive core. I really give a lot of credit to our defense, man. The younger guys that are there. Jensen having a stellar career year. Carlson holding it together, and Fairley jumping in the role and not missing a beat. I feel like even with these young guys in here, they're hanging in there. This is going to be a team that's going to battle. That's something that's good about our Capitals team, is that they're going to battle. They're going to be here for every game. So it's nice to know we still have that for now. Jumping on the 3rd spot, we have the New York Rangers in the 3rd spot, 9-3-3. The Rangers are a dangerous team this year, man. We've talked a lot about Chris Kreider and Adam Fox and Panarin, and this is a dangerous squad. They've got goaltending locked up for the most part as well. Just with Shesterkin and Gorgiev, like this is 2 solid goaltenders. None of they're not in either mind. Wow, words are hard right now. In my opinion, neither one of them is elite, but this is definitely a goalie situation where you can bounce between your 1 and 2 and keep things grounded here.
Yeah, definitely. And I know we just got off the Capitals, but the way this has gone. If Carolina wasn't off to that hot start, going on whatever it was, 8-0, 9-0, I think that Washington would be in first place given all the injuries they have. It's kind of crazy,
wild.
right? It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, New York also up there. They were pretty good last year. I was kind of pulling for them towards the end. They were making that run for that last playoff spot, finishing 5th. And they've only gotten better. And I like the way things are going. Chris Jury's really got them pulling together. Got a great team out there. So I'm expecting the Rangers to make the playoffs this season. If they don't,
definitely.
it's a bust season. If they do not make the playoffs, it's a bust season for them.
That would be heartbroken 2 years in a row like that. That'd be brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Holding that 4th spot though, as of right now, is our New Jersey Devils. Oh, I lost my page. Hold on. Oh no. New Jersey Devils coming in 7-4-3, holding down the 4th spot. New Jersey, I mean, they're off to a weird year as well. I don't know if this New Jersey squad is going to be. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to hang on with the same thing, battling injuries as well. I mean, Pavel Zacha having a good year, but a couple of guys, Mackenzie Blackwood and these guys are having a good season, in my opinion. Like there's nothing that's stellar about New Jersey that jumps out, but I mean, I don't know.
They've got Philly right on their ass, and Columbus, who's been playing pretty decent as of late too. So I don't see them holding that spot. I think they're going to drop down pretty dramatically.
And they've got some depth too, which is wild. Like New Jersey's got some depth, a little bit older on the depth, but they've got some depth there. So I mean, it's definitely going to be like you said, interesting to see when you got. I mean, the bottom 4: Philly, Columbus, Pitt, and Islanders, bro. This is a crazy bottom 4. I don't think I'd ever put all 4 of those teams down there, but who would you when you got 8 teams like this in the Metro coming in that 5th spot? Like you said, Philly at 7-4-2, Columbus right behind them at 8-5, Pitt hanging on by a thread down at 5-5-4, and the Islanders too, man, 5-5-2. Both those teams having rough starts this year.
Yeah, dude, it's still the toughest division in the league. But, it's crazy how the injury bug and COVID and all these things have really come into play early in the season. But on hindsight, a lot of these teams are thankful it's happening now. Get your guys out like Mantha for Washington, who's out 6 months, et cetera, et cetera. Get it out the way now so you have a full, heavy roster. If I hate to keep going back to Washington, but like Washington was off to a really great start too. And that was when they had a full roster. Now they got the injury bug. If these guys can come back and jump right back into things, well, that's a scary team going into the playoffs. And I think a lot of teams are hoping for that. They get their roster back right before playoffs and can really make some heavy changes.
I agree, man. It's definitely the bug has plagued a lot of teams this year. The injury bug has been insane, bouncing all over. But I did see Oshie was wearing a jersey today in practice. I think it was a non-contact, so I don't know if he's questionable for tonight or not. But it's definitely good to see him back on the ice. It's not fun when that guy's injured. Same with Nicky, and Nicky's got to be getting closer. And now that was at Dowder down there too, huh?
Yeah, dude, it's so unfortunate. Dowd out as well. We are really depleted through the center department.
Yeah, three rookies.
Luckily, though, we've seen Connor McMichael really step it up here. He's been bitten by the what do you want to call it? The goalless streak. He's had his chances. He's just had no puck luck. I'm really hoping that the switch flicks for him and he can start burying these, because then this kid's going to be close to 20 points this season.
For sure, man. And this is an exciting team to watch too. We've got a lot of guys that can really pop off, just like Spronger and Sherry both getting points and goals against the old Pens team there. So it's always good to see that. But yeah, those are guys that are important. I think, keep those secondary, like you said, our bottom 6 and keeping those guys moving, keeping their legs, hot and heavy and getting the points from the board. That's what's going to matter, definitely down the road on this team, the right mindset and the willingness and know that they can score. So it's definitely going to be a game changer the longer the season goes on.
Shout out to Hathaway as well, who's starting to get things going.
Yes.
Yeah. So luckily for the Caps, they have the depth and they have the secondary scoring, which is huge in this league.
I can't agree more, man. Definitely interested to see where the rest of this season goes. Oh my God, the Panthers are beating the Islanders 5-1 right now. I don't even know. Oh my God. You guys want to see a dead body? That's crazy. Late game tonight for the Capitals, 10:00 on this Tuesday. West Coast trip right now for the boys, so I will not be catching.
They got a back-to-back. They're going to be playing the Kings tomorrow night.
Yeah, definitely. I won't be catching those late games, unfortunately. I love catching my catch up in the morning, watching NHL on the fly. That's my jam. That's my jam. 4 o'clock, it's on. Me and a dog.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in bed now early, so either.
I'm in bed now early.
Mm-hmm.
But man, so I'm excited to see where the season takes us. Definitely looking forward for everything to keep going. Hopefully that no COVID delays and stuff like that, man. We don't need that. We'll, let's keep the fingers crossed and that everyone stays healthy and that we keep the schedule rolling along here, man, because this season it's in full swing and it's shaping up to be one hell of a season.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited. We got World Juniors right around the corner. Then we're going straight to the Winter Olympics.
So much hockey this year.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So much hockey this year.
World Junior coverage is going to be a blast. And then the Winter Olympics. So we got some great episodes coming up. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited, guys. Well, I mean, in closing, one hell of a podcast. Like I said, brother, proud of you. Keep after the 75 hard. You're almost there. When it's going to be over, you're going to look back at it and be like, that shit was a breeze, dog. Except for the workout, except for all of it. Just kidding. It's hard. You got it. You got it. You're almost there, man. Yeah. Definitely keep the gas on. No breaks for sure. Anything else that you got an eye on, or I mean, anything coming out that you're interested in? Like, I know that there's a show coming out. And, I already watched Big Mouth. We already watched that season. There's just so much stuff to watch. And we barely have time. I don't even watch TV. So
yeah, I don't watch TV. Me and my girl will pick a series because we're tired of flicking through looking for.
It's the worst
movies. So we pick a series. So when it's like, oh, we have time to like do something together, let's watch an episode. We started watching Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
It's on Apple. It's an American football coach that goes to coach soccer. And
what's his name? Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know about this, but I figured I'll give it a shot. And first night we binge watched like 4 episodes. So it's
I've seen the previews. It's pretty. It seems ridiculous. Like it seems like
it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. So we're on that. I'm a fan of The Witcher. That's coming out soon. And then Stranger Things too. So
Stranger Things, bro.
But yeah, I don't really, other than hockey, I don't. Especially now with having reading. I don't
watch it.
I don't have time.
Working out. I didn't have watch. This is the most I've watched TV in forever. Like being sit down I was told to watch mind-numbing TV by the doctor. Like, just sit there and do nothing. Watch the TV. I was like, this sucks. This sucks. The same 5 commercials.
Oh yeah, commercials are like I hadn't watched TV in so long, and then the other day I turned on a college football game and I saw the commercials and I was like, this is what commercials are nowadays.
It's disgusting.
It's ridiculous the shit that they put on TV. We haven't talked about conspiracy theories in a while. We might have to get back to
what's
that.
Funny is I thought about that. I was like, man, we haven't put on our tinfoil hats in some time. And I said, I think the people need that.
Yeah, it's been a while. We need to, because I've got some shit.
Yeah. Me too.
It's so great when your girl asks you questions about shit and you start diving into her. I had no idea about reptilians, and then I was like, going.
Oh boy.
It was just like, wait, people believe that? And I was like, well, I mean, have you seen the videos?
Yeah, there's like
but that could be CGI, and I was like, no, babe, look at the security guard at the Obama press conference. Like, this guy's standing underneath the light, and he's that's not CGI, babe.
Next week on Men Behind the Mets,
so crazy.
Reptilians, are they running our government? Is this the real shadow government?
Queen still alive? It's wild.
Okie dokie. It's always a pleasure seeing you. We got to have a conspiracy episode. It's been some time. We gotta.
Well, we're both sober now too. That plays a big role in this. Our episodes normally had some Teddy Brewskis going on, and we were able to just let loose. Now we're conscious of what we're saying for an hour.
It's weird. Yeah. Oh man.
Hockey. We were able to do that because there was no hockey. A lot going on with the season, a lot to cover. So, yeah.
That's what the off season's for. Cons, bro. Conspiracy time.
Yeah.
Off season, we're diving in.
Yeah, luckily, we haven't had any Amazon shit or anything like that lately.
Yeah, it's been chill, mostly.
It hasn't.
Mostly. It has not. That wraps episode 77. It's always good to see you, man. It's always good to get another one on the books here, catching up. Like I said earlier, proud of you. Keep it going. We'll be back next week with more 75 hard updates. Hopefully, I'll be started. Thanksgiving next week. Can't wait to talk about that. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited.
I'm gonna go heavy. I'm gonna work out heavy that day. Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
So
that's what's good. So here's it's not you're not like there's anything you eat, you're not cheating. Like it's not a cheat meal. It's a solid meal.
Yeah.
Just
definitely. And the fact that now I'm going to work out in the morning, eat, and then work
yes.
again. I might even
so
have 2 plates.
I was going to save it for next week. I will save it for next week. Turkey Day traditions is something we got to talk about next week. So we'll save that.
Happy drops on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exciting. Share it with the family. Got to drive around all day. It's going to be a great episode to do some.
I got hockey next Tuesday and Wednesday. You have hockey next Wednesday, so should be.
Let's go. Yeah, it should be a good epi. I'm excited for it, man. Yeah. Well, episode 77 is on wrap. Episode 78 next week, guys. Until then, be well.
The boys from Men Behind the Mitts just want to say thanks for listening. And as always, be sure to follow us on all your favorite social media outlets at Men Behind the Mitts. Brought to you by Silky Mitts Hockey Club. Support the boys at silkymitsHC.com.